Good evening. My name is Kevin Farrick of High Brain Power Team 1, and it is my honor to present today the Performance Management System proposal for AB Sugar. Our agenda for today is to introduce the company, AB Sugar, introduce some contextual factors and the strategic plans for AB Sugar moving forward. We are going to present the current PMS and contrast it with our proposed PMS, which is going to fall within the framework of the balanced scorecard. Our proposed PMS is going to focus on the perspectives of the financial, customer, internal business processes, learning and growth, with an additional perspective on safety as this relates strongly to AB Sugar. After this, we are going to combine target settings, performance evaluations, and reward systems to evaluate how these can foster acceptance and alignment across various levels of the organization to further the success of our proposed PMS. Why are the PMS so important? As evolving mechanisms within the industries, they are used to communicate objectives, plan and measure and manage performance, especially in a system where there are changing industry standards, as you will soon find out, relates to AB Sugar. In our perspective, the company that we have chosen is AB Sugar, and we have provided detailed analysis of internal, external, and industrial factors summarizing the position of AB Sugar. Through this diagnosis, we will perform evaluation of the current PMS and the proposed PMS that we bring forward to the client. So, who is AB Sugar? Formed in 1936 as the British Sugar Corporation, they were later acquired by Associated British Foods. Today, they employ 42,000 people across 29 plants spanning 10 countries, including Europe, Africa, and China. What is the business of AB Sugar? AB Sugar is involved in sugar and sugar-derived co-products. What do they do? 5 million tons of sugar, 600 million liters of ethanol annually, resulting in 1.8 million in revenues and operating profits of 43 million in 2015. To carry you further into our analysis, I now pass to my colleague.
Thank you, Kevin. Today, I'm going to talk about a little bit what I discovered about our client, AB Sugar. AB Sugar set out a clear direction for their company that is aligned with their mission statement. It has to become the lowest cost processor of sugar in the world. We also can see that throughout this vision. Through its culture of customer focus and continuous improvement, they aim to be recognized for passion, performance, and people. That's why they also have their values. They believe they are one team. They all work together to serve the customer with a better quality product. That's why they are customer focused. They're all about being safe. They believe their safety is a shared responsibility across the entire organization. And they also have the passion to excel and pride. They believe in achievement. That's why they have to continue in this path. And on the final one, they believe in respect between each others in order to enhance the collaboration between its peers. So, what are the factors that makes this company great? They have a quality, service, product, and technical excellence. They are always about learning and continuous improvement. That's why they aim for operational effectiveness. They are also looking for sugar and no sugar growth. Although the sugar is the core product of this business, they extract the sugar from the beet and sell the waste as a cattle food. And the most important is they have an organizational culture that is focused on ambition, achievements, and the collaboration between peers. Now, let's see what is happening on the sugar industry in the future. What will be happening? It's expected that the elimination of the production of sugar quotas in 2017. That will turn the sugar industry in a changing environment. There will be a lot of competition on price, and that's why they have to aim to retain the existing customers and try to acquire new ones. And how they will achieve that? Mainly, they have to point out in two different mainly directions. They have to bet on continuous improvement on the total supply chain efficiency by 1. Improving the supply stability, driving cost efficiency to enhance the supply chain's efficiencies, and the other one to improve the quality of the beet by enhancing the sugar content and reducing the impurities. And the second one is the most important. They have to take advantage of the opportunity that the sugar industry will become a liberalized market, and they have to gain access to global markets and try to tap new ones. And now I will pass the word to my colleague Luís Ferreira.
Thank you, Tiago. So, currently, AB Sugar is operating in a protected market. The company blindly relies on a yearly budget that is based on the sugar that they can produce. So, the current PMS is based on two main perspectives: financial perspective as well as the internal processes perspective. Within the first, they closely track three KPIs, namely the price of raw materials, sales, and also profits. Whereas in the second perspective, they close track about 25 KPIs. But things are changing. This is where our proposal comes in. As Tiago already mentioned, the quotas in this market will be eliminated as of 2017. So, this will have an impact in both production and profits, and companies that will operate in this market will compete not only by price, but also by acquiring new customers while maintaining the current ones. So, a new PMS that we propose will be focused in cost savings and knowledge sharing. So, to present this new PMS, namely the key performance measures, we will use one of the most well-known strategy performance tools in the world, the Balance Scorecard. We will not only use the four traditional perspectives, the financial perspective, the customer perspective, the internal business process perspective, and the learning and growth perspective, but also the safety perspective, due to its high importance within the AB Sugar Group. But first, let's start with the financial perspective. Within the financial perspective, we define three main objectives. We propose three main objectives: reduce costs, increase sales, and optimize efficiency of the investments made. To these three objectives, we propose 5 KPIs. The first one is fixed costs per sales ratio. Second, average cost per ton. Then the revenue yearly growth, the average price per ton, and also the return on investment. While this is one of the most conventional perspectives of the performance management systems, it is also important. So, we propose that managers still control this part of the performance management, as they can track the outcomes of the company's decisions and actions, and what those decisions and actions will translate into shareholders' value. Now, I will pass to my colleague João, who will continue talking about the customer's perspective.
Thank you, Luís. Regarding the customer perspective of Balance Scorecard, we propose 5 different KPIs: customer acquisition growth, customer acquisition cost, customer retention growth and cost, and the relative market share. It's important to track the loyalty of the customers and the acquisition of new ones, and how much it costs us to keep those customers. And regarding the relative market share, it's important to AB Sugar to track what's the position of AB Sugar relating to his main competitors. Regarding the internal business processes, AB Sugar always advocates excellence in terms of business processes. That's why they should increase plant production, maximize manufacturing process, and reinforce the customer management relationships. That's why I propose the following KPIs. It's important to make our process lean by tracking waste reduction, to fully utilize our assets by maximizing our capacity utilization ratio, but it's also important to see what's the customer average life value. what's the value of our customers. That will give you an hint what kind of discounts or incentives could AB Sugar managers give to attract or retain existing customers. Regarding the learning growth, since for starters, AB Sugar prouds itself from recruiting fresh graduates fresh from uni. So they give a proper training to develop the proper capabilities. But amazing as it sounds, they don't have the KPI to track it. So we propose them to do it. That's why they need to implement training headcount investment ratio to actually make sure that the investment in training is being put in the right places. One of the things that should improve or change in AB Sugar is the fast that knowledge exchange is done. So we propose that they should implement early track data usage and active users ratio. It's important to see what's the speed of flow of information is being done and what's the width of our network. And AB Sugar managers should also assess the motivation levels of the teams. We propose that they have a look at voluntary turnover ratio. Regarding the safety perspective, as a manufacturing business, AB Sugar is corporate responsibility, and it advocates for minimized incident rates and advice for a zero death policy. So they should keep track on incident rates that includes incidents and near misses and fatality rate also. And regarding target setting, I will pass the word to my colleague Fabio.
Thank you, João. Target setting. For people in management roles, target setting is absolutely essential to motivate employees and creating an environment where they can win and feel winners. You cannot hit a target that you cannot see. If you do not know where you are going, any road takes you there. So, we need to have specific, measurable, achievable, relevant and time limit target setting. So, let's start with specific. Well-defined to inform employees exactly what is expected, when and how much. Measurable. Provide milestones to track progress and motivate employees toward achievement. Achievable. Success needs to be achievable with effort by an average employee, not too high or too low. Relevant. You should focus on the great impact to overall company strategy. And finally, time limit. Establish enough time to achieve the goal, but not too much to undermine performance. Goals without deadlines tend to be overtaken by a day-to-day crisis. And now performance evaluation is a key component of employee development. It should be a fair and balanced assessment of employee performance. Well done constitute a great opportunity for management to discuss job performance, set goals for process development, establish objectives aligned with the organization mission. Of course, we need to avoid pitfalls like halo effect or linearity. These are some examples. In this case, change in the sugar industry leads to a shift in AB sugar strategy and consequently necessary change in the performance evaluation methods used. So, what we propose here is evaluation system that be a combination of both objective and subjective measure across both groups and individuals. And finally, reward system. The reward systems could be classified in monetary and non-monetary, and it happens like the punishments. In this category, we can actually divide in intrinsic and extrinsic, and like punishment as well. So, reward. This is the icing on the cake. You can only get with praise and recognition for a task completion for a limited amount of time. At some point, a firm must give some kind of reward to acknowledge superior results. In this case, our rewards, in case of monetary intrinsic, is not applicable, but we have some suggestions in intrinsic, non-monetary, like praise, recommendation. But like I said, there is some problems in the time that we need to avoid, so we establish extrinsic as well. like promotions and career progression. In case of punishment, no rewards, people will lose their enthusiasm. So to balance reward and to maintain people towards the goals, we need to have the punishment at place. It can be reduced, in this case, lack of salaries increase or no bonus, or even it will be retracted and could lead to firing, for example. Of course, we need to divide in short term, in medium term. In short term, basically, we have rewarding based on ability to achieve operational targets, basing, of course, in personal evaluations. And then we have the medium to long term, especially for senior management to boost their productivity and the basement, and of course, to maintain the focus to achieve strategic goals of the company.
Thank you, Fabio. In conclusion, we have presented AB Sugar. We have shown that they currently have 28 KPIs, 3 of which are financial, and 25 of which focus on logistic business processes, most of which are internal. We have shown that there is little congruence between their KPIs and AB Sugar's growth. We have also highlighted the fact that there are no KPIs which focus on developing capabilities and cost-efficient strategies. Most importantly, we have shown that within changing macro-environmental factors 2017, we have shown that the current PMS are not capable of measuring or tracking these changes. As a result, High Brain Power Team 1 has presented the PMS as followed. We have shown 23 KPIs covering 5 perspectives: financial, customer, internal business processes, learning and growth, and a focus on safety. We have also shown that there is full alignment between the proposed management system and company objectives. There is an awareness that sugar is a traditional industry, one in which there may be resistance to change and to new processes and systems. In light of this, extra effort needs to be paid on knowledge sharing. In addition, extra effort needs to be paid to information sharing and communication processes. These processes are important and may very well be the lifeblood of a company. They may very well serve as the success or failure of a performance management system. High Brain Power Team 1 suggests that proper infrastructure for hardware and software are in place. These may take the place of dashboard systems that might be very effective and intuitive for managers to use and to provide feedback and feed-forward information. The strategy map is a summary of what we have presented today. The important thing to note here is that there is full alignment across company objectives and goals. There is also congruency between the new shifting strategic objectives of AB Sugar across a range of different factors. In turbulent waters of macro-environmental change, very many times the performance management system can be the rudder that sets the ship on its course. It has been our pleasure presenting to you this evening. We thank you for your time and for your attention, and we hope to hear back from you very soon. My name is Kevin Farrick again, and for High Brain Power Team 1, we thank you.